What if I told you Teen Wolf might not be finished after all? That despite everything we thought after the movie released in 2023, there's another story waiting in the shadows, and it's already written. Tyler Posey, the heart of Teen Wolf, has revealed that he completed a script for Teen Wolf, the movie Part 2, and even though it needs a few rewrites, the idea is ready. Fans who thought Beacon Hills had gone silent might want to listen closely, because the Wolfpack could be gathering again. When the Teen Wolf movie was announced, it wasn't supposed to be a one-off. The plan, from what insiders said, was for a 3-picture deal that would bring the supernatural world of Beacon Hills back to life. But after the first movie came out, everything seemed to stall. The sequel and third movie disappeared into silence. For many fans, it felt like the howl had died down, leaving questions unresolved and characters hanging in limbo. But now Tyler Posey has reignited hope. He's openly confirmed he has already written the script for Teen Wolf 2, and even though it might need tightening, he believes the concept is amazing and something fans will love. This changes everything, because Posey isn't just Scott McCall anymore. He wants to be a creative force behind the next chapter. He's been clear, he doesn't just want to show up and act, he wants to shape the project. He believes he knows what the fans want, and after living through every season, every fight, every supernatural twist, he might be the best person to steer the story. That's what makes this sequel feel different. This time, it could be a movie crafted with fans in mind, not just producers. But what would Teen Wolf Part 2 even look like? The first movie ended with one of the most emotional sacrifices in the series' history. Derek Hale gave his life, becoming a legend, while Scott faced impossible choices as both leader and protector. Allison returned, sparking emotional chaos for Scott. Lydia's visions haunted her, and the Najitsun's shadow still loomed. The movie tied some knots, but it left others dangling, threads too big to ignore. And Posey seems to know that. If he's writing a continuation, the natural story is fallout, the consequences of Derek's sacrifice, the rebuilding of the pack, and the arrival of a new threat that forces everyone to unite once more. Imagine this. The next chapter opens on a Beacon Hills without Derek. Scott is carrying the weight of leadership, not just of a pack, but of a legacy. Allison is alive, but her return still has mysteries. Lydia is haunted, Styles' absence lingers, and the supernatural threats don't sleep. Tyler Posey hinted the script has what fans want, which means callbacks to old lore, the return of familiar faces, and maybe new creatures that push the story into darker, scarier territory. The question everyone asks is, will Dylan O'Brien return as Styles? His absence in the first movie was felt everywhere. Posey has never hidden the fact that Styles is essential, and fans crave his return. Could the second movie be the one to bring him back, even for a cameo? That alone would make it viral. And what about characters like Kira Yukimura or others we haven't seen in years? A sequel has the space to bring back these threads. But Tyler Posey also sees Teen Wolf differently now. In interviews, he said that the original movie didn't lean into the fact that fans had grown up. The audience that watched Teen Wolf in 2011 is older now. They're adults. They want stories that reflect maturity, responsibility, sacrifice, and deeper themes. Posey wants the sequel to explore that, to make Teen Wolf feel less like a teen drama and more like an adult supernatural thriller. That shift could be huge for the franchise, evolving it into something darker, bolder, and more powerful. Behind the scenes, though, it's not easy. Writing a script is one thing, but getting it greenlit is another. Paramount Plus holds the rights, cast members have schedules, budgets need approval, and everyone has to agree. Posey himself admitted the script may need rewrites, which is normal. Scripts go through multiple drafts before they ever see the camera. The encouraging part is that the bones are there, the foundation is written. That means it's not a question of, is there a story? But, will the studio take the risk? There's also the question of format. If a second movie doesn't move forward, Posey has said he'd love to see Teen Wolf return as a TV series. Imagine that, a full-season reboot, with room to dive into the lore of the Anukkite, the Najitsun, Banshees, Kitsunes, and Hellhounds again. Where a movie is limited by time, a show can expand, experiment, and give side characters the development they deserve. It's not impossible that the script could evolve into a series pilot. So why does Posey feel now is the time? Because he knows fans never got real closure. Derek's sacrifice was heartbreaking, but it raised more questions than answers. Allison's resurrection was powerful, But what does it mean long-term? And most of all, the lore of Beacon Hills has always hinted at greater threats lurking beyond. The first movie gave us one battle, but there's always another war. If Teen Wolf 2 happens, it will likely carry more emotional weight than the first. We'd see Scott wrestling with guilt, Allison redefining her place in a new world, and maybe even a supernatural villain unlike anything before, something that forces not only wolves but hunters, banshees, and even humans like Chris Argent to unite. The sequel could be the first time Teen Wolf truly goes global, expanding beyond Beacon Hills into a bigger supernatural universe. But there's also an honesty to Posey's excitement. He's not promising fans something that's already filming. He's saying, "The script is here, I've done the work, I'm ready to fight for it." For fans, that means hope. Hope that the howl hasn't gone silent. Hope that the world of Teen Wolf isn't buried. The reality is, Teen Wolf has never truly died. Social media keeps the fandom alive, theories keep circulating, edits and tributes go viral, and every convention brings questions about a return. Posey has felt that energy, and writing this script is his way of keeping the fire burning. Even if it takes time, even if it needs rewrites, he's made it clear that Teen Wolf still has a future. So where does that leave us now? In a state of anticipation. We don't know when cameras will roll, we don't know which cast members will sign on, but we know one thing: the story exists. The words are written. The next howl is waiting to be unleashed. And if Tyler Posey has his way, Teen Wolf Part 2 could be bigger, darker, and more satisfying than we ever imagined. Welcome to TV Series, where we break down your favorite shows and movies. If you're just joining us, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because when the wolves return, you'll want to be here first. And that's our deep dive into Tyler Posey's script for Teen Wolf, the movie Part 2. Do you think the sequel will happen? Would you prefer a movie or a TV series revival? And most importantly, who do you want to see return? Styles, Kira, maybe even someone long gone? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Teen Wolf updates, breakdowns, and fan theories. The howl isn't over yet.